Well, hi everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about places that you can find to go rock hounding and how you can do this on your own. I've been doing it for quite some time, and I did put out some tips on certain things to look for, but this is going to get a little more involved. As you can see, I have different rocks up here. These are rocks that we had found probably in the last, couple years. It's just a minor few of them, just kind of a showing. Some of them are from here in the Olympic Mountains, some are from the Cascades, but they're all from Washington. And they have another thing in common, is that they're not really known rock hounding sites. Some of them, some people do know about. Others, no, they don't know anything really about it other than they're in these locations. But we'll kind of get into that. But right now, first of all, I want to get into what you should be packing. Not a bunch of accessories, but if you're going to go out and do this, you need to make a choice between your hammers, because depending on where you're going to go, if it's going to be a bunch of flat area, you might want this, but if you're going to get into some good hilly area where you got to do some digging, you might want something like this. Make a choice. You can take them both, but usually I take one or the other because I'm trying to save weight. And the other thing is my backpack. Here I have my backpack. It's not a very big backpack, and it has couple of things for water, but it's small. I don't want a huge backpack because you just carry more stuff. You get out there a ways and you overdo it with your rock. You could put 60-70 pounds of rock in one of them bigger backpacks. I'd be lucky to get 40 in this one. And I didn't spend a lot of money on it. Probably, I don't even know if I spent 20 bucks on it. I think it was on sale. I've had it for a couple of years. It works just fine. But that's what I have. And now this is the thing right here. Water. Carry lots of water. Don't carry a spray bottle. Not if you're going way out there. Because you run out of water, you may end up having to drink that spray bottle water. And that's something you do not want to do. You can take a cap full of this, pour it on your rock, you'll be able to see, and then you'll be able to hydrate yourself with the same bottle. There's no point of carrying extra weight out there that's unnecessary. And that's exactly what you're doing. And you're thinking, well, my bottle might be clean. No, my old rock partner ran out of water and drank his spray bottle water. I didn't even know he had a spray bottle because I'm so against them. And that was a very bad day. I never want to go through that again. And I don't want you to either. So, carry, if you think you got room for a spray bottle, switch it out with regular water. Now, I'm going to get to books. Here's a book. I bought this book. Well, it's volume 4. It's The Rockhound's Guides to Washington by Bob Jackson. Very noted rockhound. He put this one out in 1987. That's probably when I bought it. And it's the last one I've ever bought. When I got it, I went through it, and it has, tells you different places. That's maps. But as you can see, in all the margins of the maps, I wrote extra things that weren't in the paragraphs that he wrote about it, or in the margins here. Almost every map in here, when I went there, I wrote extra stuff in there of things that I could find. And as you can see, I wrote quite a bit. I was in my 20s when I did this. And if I didn't go there, and if I talked to anybody that had been to one of these places, I asked them, well, did you find anything else? They'd tell me, I'd write it in this book. And that got me thinking, you know, if I'm going to a known location that's in a book, and I'm writing all this extra down in here, that kind of tells you that there's known locations. Look around those areas. And I look at the rock hounding like I parallel what gold miners do. They say you find gold where gold has been found. You find rocks where rocks have been found. And what happens is people get to a destination and they stay right there. But if you got the time, branch out, take a look. I mean, when Forrest and Jeff and I were over rockhounding here recently, you know, there was cars going up and down the road, and it happened this spring when we were there. And they go, boy, there's a lot of people. I go, yeah, there's a known rockhounding site. They're all bypassing us, going up there, and they're getting one thing. And we're down there getting several things. So always know, wherever there's been rocks found, there's possibly more to be found. It's just, you know, there's not a road there or a trail or something where people found them. Now, I'm sure there's people like me that get out there and they'll find these places, and they probably don't talk about it. But yeah, after I use books very seldom. Maybe if I want to look for some particular rock, you know, I might reference one of the books to see, you know, what location they're probably at, but I won't go to the site. I'll more than likely look in the surrounding area. So that's something there. Always do that. Now, make sure I don't set that down in water. Now the other thing too is, like with gold mines and things like that, I watch the videos of gold miners on YouTube, like Jeff Williams, Prospector Jess, and some of the others that really know what they're talking about. But I don't do it for the gold part of it. I do it for what's associated with what they're, you know, with gold. There's minerals that are associated with gold that they're looking for to find gold. Well, I'm not looking for gold. I'm looking for the minerals that are associated with gold. And they're going to tell you. And then I got thinking about that. I'm going, well, just a second, there was mines here in the Olympics, there's mines, and they're not gold mines, but they're other types of mines. Like here in the Olympics, you know, they used to mine magnesium, or manganese, not magnesium. I get them always messed up. But anyhow, the things that are associated with that are jasper and rhodonite, and those are things I'm looking for. You know, if I get manganese in a rock, that's okay. I just don't want full manganese. But so in other mining operations, there's other rocks that are associated with that, and they might be the ones that you want. So always look at what type of mining has gone on in your area, and if there's anything there that was associated with that, you might just go right up to their dump piles and find what you're looking for, you know, and that's all right, you know. Or you can look in the surrounding area, like manganese here. It was all over the Olympics, but it wasn't mined all over the Olympics because a lot of deposits weren't big enough. But that doesn't matter to you because, you know, if you're looking for a rock that's associated with it, it could be in that area. So that's another thing to think about. Now, let's see, what else did I have to say about this? Now, these rocks here, we had found probably within, this here's probably within the last couple years, and as you can see, all of them are big. You know, we got into areas and we found veins, big veins, lots of material, and it's good sized. So that's where you get rid of the spray bottle, because all you have to do is take a chip off of one of these and you'll know. You don't have to spray them all down. Once you do that, you're good. Now this here, this is a part of rock hounding here. I don't know if you probably can't see that. I'll bring it up to here. Let's see. Yeah, here. This here was the rock that we were looking for. This here's the host rock here. Now the host rock on this particular rock polished up. Now the reasoning for that is that this was a vein. And, you know, the host rock breaks and the vein gets in there, but there's minor cracks in the edges here. So some of the silicas and stuff will get into this host rock, and sometimes the host rock is better than what you're looking for. I've got horses over here. They put some in the pasture and they've been carrying on today. But so I'll take a small piece of whatever I'm looking for, even if it's not a nice piece of rock. I'll still take it, because some of that rock may have got into the host rock, and it'll, you know, put some silicas there and it'll polish it. Sometimes this will look like a pitcher stone or something. This is basalt here, but it did polish. So somewhere along the line there might be some good host rock that actually is pretty nice. Now this was it right here. This piece here, every once in a while, if I'm seeing a lot of rock, you know, I'll look at some things and I'll say, well, that's interesting, but it's nothing that I really want. But after a while, if I see it continuously in the areas that I'm rock hounding, I'll take a sample. Now this here was a piece of rock here. It's quartzite with aluminum spotting. As you can see, it's kind of a green rock and it's got all these black dots in it. But this is quite common in a lot of the areas where we're looking for jaspers and this here quartz epidote. It's always there, and I have found some deposits of this close to our areas that we rock hound, and when we get to the other side of the deposit, we start getting into the rocks we're looking for. So this is an indicator rock that there might be something close by, and it's quite common. It's more common than the jasper or the quartz epidote in the area, but it does let you know that, well, if this is occurring, then there's probably something else. And that was the same thing when we did we were just over there in eastern Washington. The rhyolite is like that. You know, the rhyolite's a good indicator that there might be something good there, and the rhyolite itself, you know, is a wonderstone. So sometimes it's good to collect all by itself, but usually you'll find agates or jasper amongst that rhyolite, but not always. Just, you know, it's a good indicator. So, well, that's a little bit of the things I do, and maybe that'll help you look for stuff. But mainly, I try to pack as light as possible. I want to save my pack space for rocks. That's what I went out there for. I didn't want to go out there with accessories and bring those back. I got my basic tools and lots of water. All the rest of it I don't care about, you know, but hopefully this might help you, and happy rock hounding. Thank you for watching.